Good day, Orteans. Your lecturer for today is Dr. Christian Pascual, top 1 in the August 2010 Criminologist Licensure examination. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell button to receive the latest updates. Take it away, Christian.
So let's start. We'll just adjust. Ay, ito, pwede na. Pwede na agad. Adjust na Kuya Rudy. Alright, sige. Let's start. Alright, sige, let's look at this question. No? Behavior is best defined as. Alright, so there are several items here on the screen. And ang tawag dito, actually all these choices has are items that you also have to know. No? So behavior is best defined as any act of a person that is observable. So when you talk about observation, you're talking about all your senses. So anything that you could observe or you could sense, diba, using your sight, your ears, your nose, your tongue, diba, sense of feeling. All of those are what we refer to as behavior. And so the moment that I raised my hand, that's already a behavior. I shouted, that's a behavior. And we say in psychology that behavior is something that is observable, but it's also a response to your environment. And the thing in your environment that triggered you or caused you to behave is what you call a stimulus or a stimuli, diba? Depende kung plural. So that stimulus, okay, is the thing that caused you to react, and that reaction is what you call behavior. So if I stab you, dong, no, pag sinaksak kita dong, at sabi mo aray, aray, yung act of stabbing is the stimulus, diba? And your reaction, which is aray, aray, is what you call your behavior, if that makes sense, diba? So right now, I hope you are reacting, diba? And your reaction is what you call your behavior. And the stimulus is me, diba? Me talking to you, diba? I'm the one in your environment that causes you to react. Another way to define behavior is the manner of your conduct. Okay, but I think the most psychological definition, or as far as human behavior is concerned, the best definition for behavior is anything that is reaction of a person that is observable, and that reaction is a result of a stimulus from the environment, right? So I hope clear yun, no? Letter A is behavior, and all of you, diba? All of you, Jerome, Marigold, transfer. Aldrin, Roseanne, JM, everyone who shared their answer are actually correct. No, it's letter A. Letter B, the position of your body, suggesting some thought, feeling, or action, is actually your attitude. Yeah. So if you want to simplify what attitude is, attitude are simply your likes and dislikes. Do you have favorable attitude towards something? Do you have an unfavorable attitude towards something? And sometimes you don't have to say it. Sometimes it's you don't have to make it explicit. Explicit meaning it's something that is expressed. Sometimes it's already implied, diba? It's implied. Hindi mo man sabihin, kita na sa action mo, kita na sa position ng iyong katawan. Bakit may nagme-message sa akin? I was saying, ayan, sometimes, what do you call this? Kita na sa facial expression mo what your attitude is towards something, towards a person or other things. Diba? So, yan, letter B. Letter C. That which distinguishes and characterizes a person. I think we have to discuss letter C and letter D together, no? Because letter C is more of personality, and then letter D is more of character. Yeah. So character and personality can be used to describe anything about you that makes you unique, diba? That makes you different. But when you talk about personality, you're more concerned about a specific, what characterizes an individual, so a person, single person. But when you talk about character, it could be an individual, what makes an individual unique, diba? Or different, distinct, but it could also pertain to what makes a group of individual unique. For example, tayong mga Filipino, meron tayong character, diba? Meron tayong characteristics, and those characteristics are what differentiate us as a nation, as a race, diba? Pero parang iba-iba naman tayo ng yung race natin, diba? Filipino race, mix yan. Compared to other nations, diba? Parang ganun. Parang kayo, yung mga taga Batangas. Sige, can you make a comment para naman interesting yung discussion natin? What makes people from Batangas unique? Can you give me one character siguro? One part of your character, yung mga Batangas. Any adjective that you could give? Anyone sa chat? Come on! Kayo ay mga pag-Batangas. Di ba kayo taga-Batangas? Anyone? Wala? Barako. Ayan, sabi ni Bernard, Barako, sir, taga Batangas. Oh, okay, sige. Hospitable, yeah. Yeah, just like Filipinos, like people from Batangas are very hospitable. I've been there many times for Ortea review, and I could say balisong. Wow, Angelo sabi niya, balisong daw ang mga matulis ba yung sayo, Angelo? Balisong, no? Loyal, sir, ang mga Batangas. Parang hindi naman yata ikaw ang dapat magsabi niyan. Dapat yung girlfriend mo ang magsabi niyan kung tunay yan, no? Sir Rojal Arnel. Sige. Alright. So, hindi nalalayo yung mga characteristics ng mga Batanggenyo sa mga characteristics ng mga taga ibang lugar sa Pilipinas, na hospitable, yeah. Alright. Barako. Paano ba yung barako? Parang matapang, ganun? Barako. Tulad ng kape. Sige, let's move on. But take note, personality, more of what characterizes or distinguishes a person. Sabungero. Alright. Parang tatay ko lang yan, ha. Sana i-edit out yung sinabi kong yun. Papatay na ako ng tatay ko. Alright, sige. Let's move on to the next question. Human behavior is best defined as, ayan, okay. So when you now combine, diba, all the acts which are observable, diba, your attitudes, your likes and dislikes, your performances, diba, of flesh and blood individual. When you talk about flesh and blood individual, we're talking about human beings, diba, and based on their environment or as a reaction to their to a stimulus, diba. That is what you call human behavior. And in fact, human behavior is the subject matter of psychology. And so the best answer here is letter A. So tama si Aldrin, Roseanne, Lian, Danny. And so when you talk about the science, the studies, human behavior, hindi lang human behavior, pati mental processes, diba? So kasi why? Kasi before, bakit pati mental process? By the way, letter B is what we call psychology, diba? Kaya nga human behavior is the subject matter of psychology. Pero sir, diba, psychology is the study of the mind? Bakit human behavior? Yes, exactly. Before you react, before you respond to your environment, masisense muna dapat yung stimulus na yun ng mga senses mo, di ba? Either your sight, your sense of feeling, your touch, di ba? Your smell, sense of smell, taste, and then bago ka mag-react, ipaprocess muna ng utak mo, di ba, nung psyche mo, nung mind mo, yung na-perceive na information ng mga organs mo, ng mga senses mo. And then based kung ano yung understanding niya dun sa information na na-perceive niya, magpapadala siya ngayon ng reaction ng impulse sa katawan mo so that you could now be able to react. So you cannot separate the study of the mind and behavior, diba? So again, psychology is the science that studies behavior, and mental processes. Diba? And the subject matter in psychology is actually your human behavior. Letter C is actually what we refer to as common sense. Diba? Common sense lacks organization of thoughts and jump to conclusion immediately. So without fully understanding the situation, you are already coming up with a conclusion, you're already coming up with a judgment, diba? With a decision. Which is different from psychology. So in the study of human behavior, you don't only use common sense, no? You also instead you use psychology, you use science, diba? Kasi sa common sense, diba, you without fully observing the phenomenon or situation, you automatically jump into conclusion already. Hindi pwede yun. So for example, bakit siya nang rape? Common sense will tell you, baka yan kasi ano yan, kulang yan sa pagmamahal, parang ganon. Bakit siya nang-aabuso ng asawa niya? Ay, kasi yan, baka yung na-observe niya nung bata siya, yung parents, yung tatay niya binubugbog din yung magulang niya. Kapag ganon, kapag common sense na yung ginagamit mo, wala kang pinag-iba sa isang chismosa, di ba? Parang ganon. You're just mere a speculator, di ba? No, if you wanna know why that person became a rapist, if you want to know why that person became an abuser, observe him over a long period of time, diba? Use scientific method, to measure his behavior, to observe his behavior, and then after doing your careful examination of that person or observation of that person, employing various techniques, diba, of inquiry, that's the only time that you, make a conclusion or recommendation as to why that person behaved in a certain way. So again, in the study of human behavior, you don't only use common sense, you also you use psychology as well. So yeah. By the way, I've read a book before that says when you talk about psychology, aside from it's the study of the mind, diba? And behavior. Sabi nila, when you talk about psychology, it also pertains to the totality of a person, no? Totality of a person. So, okay na yung name ko. Ayan. John Mill de los. Okay. Alright, okay. De los Santos. Alright, so pag sinabi mong, I love your psychology, parang ganon, that means you love everything about that person, di ba? Love your edge and imperfection, di ba? Mga ganon. Everything about that person you love, yung paghinga niya, lahat, di ba? Pag sinabi mong, I love your psychology. So yun. I just want to share, that psychology could also pertain to, some books refer to it as the totality of a person, psychology niya. Right, sige.
If you want to learn more from him, take our Road to 1 Million challenge. If this channel hits 1 million subscribers, we will release the rest of his lectures. Or you can watch the rest of his lectures now by enrolling in Ortea Criminology Review. Just message us on our Facebook account for more details. See you soon, Orteans!